I'm Jason Abraham, the Shadow Teacher 33. There's that old Star Wars quote from Master Yoda. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hatred leads you to the dark side of the Force. But another emotion that's rooted out of fear that leads to the dark side of the Force is jealousy. Jealousy, yes, green with envy. As when we take on the energy of jealousy and we act on it, it leads us into reacting, manipulating, and doing atrocious things to people we claim to care about. It's all rooted out of fear. It's all rooted out of a fear of loss, a fear of not being enough, fear of not being worthy. And so when jealousy enters the picture, we're afraid of losing someone's attention or affection or time, and we act by manipulating them, again, by wanting to say something negative to them, cut this person down who's inspiring jealousy, or someone who we may find an attraction to but is not giving us the attention. When we cut them down or cut down someone who we feel we're competing with, we only end up hurting ourselves in the long run. When we seek to control another person because we're jealous of how they're spending their time, because we feel like they are not giving us enough time, the time that we want in that relationship. So we act out of jealousy and manipulate that person, shame that person, try to make them feel bad for not doing what we want on our terms. Eventually, this turns on us. Eventually, this turns into what we don't want and what we fear. Because once again, the root of jealousy is fear. And if you believe in the law of co-resonance, the law of attraction, law of vibration, if you're vibrating at the core level with fear, then what you fear is actually what's going to show up, as opposed to the opposite of that, what you actually desire, which is someone choosing you, someone valuing you, someone deeming you as worthy of their time. So jealousy, once again, it is a dark path to tread if you walk it. But it's okay to feel jealous. It's human to feel jealous. It's human to have moments of jealousy. And the other side of jealousy, being jealous of someone who's more successful than you are. You see this all over YouTube and content creators, people who want to talk poorly of celebrities or try to get a leg up by criticizing someone who is more successful than they are. All that does is hurt your own chances of being successful. That which you damn damns you back, to quote Paul Selig. So by condemning someone who is wealthier and more successful than you are, you're damning yourself to being separated from that success and wealth. All rooted in jealousy and fear. So what I find, again, is a practice of being aware of when the feeling of jealousy starts to rise up in me. Because we are going to get jealous. It's part of being human. We're all going to see someone who threatens us, who we feel we're not measuring up to. And that feeling of jealousy is going to show up. So being aware of what it feels like in our bodies, being aware of when it's starting to rise in us, and then practicing ways to dissipate it. Ultimately, we got to let go. Ultimately, the cure for jealousy is letting go and knowing that we are enough, knowing we are worthy and we are worth being in alignment of that which we seek. So I find one of the physical practices of letting go is just breathing back into the body, breathing into the feeling of tension where that jealousy is showing up, and breathing and releasing as much as I can. Restraint, again, the tension usually comes, again, like when we don't act on the jealousy, which is usually the right thing to do, not to act on jealousy. We observe the feeling and we say, I'm not going to make that choice. I know I'm feeling this, but I'm going to choose something different. I'm going to choose not to act from here, and I'm going to choose to act from a different place. Again, takes that observation and combine that with the breathing, and breathe into that tension, and then choose a different path, making a different choice that takes you away from that jealous feeling, that jealous action. And again, the last I'd say is letting go and blessing people with abundance. If you believe that there's enough for everyone to go around, then you can let people do their thing and be who they are and pursue what they want to pursue, and know that your time is going to come too. And that belief, if you have that belief system, you truly believe that, then that is great medicine to the poisonous green envy that you swallow. It poisons you when you suck down that lethal concoction of jealousy. So with that being said, I'm going to end this transmission. Be strong, be well, my friends, and I will see you on the other side.